go. So I have a custom red, white, and blue Sherlock to make for veterans. So figured I'd make him a video of it being made. Give him a thanks for his service. So I've got this point. It's just clear. All ready to go. Heating up in the kiln. It's at just under 1100 degrees right now. So this is how all my frit pipes start. Just a clear tube. I need to open up the end to put the frit in. And frit is just crushed up glass. So here's the white frit. Just crushed up color. Hope everybody's having a good one. We finally got nice weather in Minnesota. It's really hard to work right now. It's fucking 70 and sunny. But I went on a little run before work so I wouldn't get so antsy working. So I just opened up the end. And then I'm able to dump this frit in. So we're going to start with the red. And I think I'll do like a scoop and a half of red. And I just want to melt that in. I'm just letting it stick to the walls on the inside. Oh, I think my oxygen's getting low. My flame looks like that. It's getting low. So the flame runs on oxygen and propane. And they both run out at different times. So if it runs out, I do have another tank. I can just switch it. Alright, we got the red melted in. Make sure that's not so molten hot. And then I'll dump in some white. Melt the white in. Yeah, I'm going to have to change my oxygen tank. I can tell it. I can tell how the flame is acting that it's the oxygen running low. Hopefully I can get all the color in. I think I can before it dies. Alright, we got the white in. So we got red, white, and I'm going to put blue in the end. Cobalt blue. Alright, now that I got all my color in there, I'm going to close up that hole on the end. I'm gonna start melting it into shape, but I see. So the flame runs on oxygen and propane, and when I get more of a look like this on the inside of the flame, I can tell that that oxygen's running low, and I'm starting to see that. That was a mouthful. So, in the middle of this, I'm gonna have to change the tank, but that's okay. If you hear that whistle, it's the flame hitting that pole that was in there. Sometimes it whistles. Alright, I need to melt down the mouthpiece first. Pulling out the mouthpiece on that end. I'm going to just section off the Sherlock from the mouthpiece, the center, and the bowl part. So right now I'm splitting off where the mouthpiece will be. Oh, my flame, the oxygen's getting low. Alright, we got the mouthpiece over there. I'll round it out more in a minute. And then I'm going to section off the bowl part. Oxygen keeps getting lower and lower, so I gotta keep cranking it up as I go. I'll go switch it in a second. Alright, now it's all divided, mouthpiece, center, and the bowl part. I'm gonna round out that mouthpiece. Give me a little more time. Just a little more time. More around. Alright, before I go change the oxygen, I'm going to try to... Oh, don't pop on me. So I got the mouthpiece rounded out right there. Center's ready to go. I need to get that other end where the bowl part is to be round. So I'm going to see if I can do that before the flame dies and I change the tank. And then once I change the tank, I can save the whole Sherlock. I might just cut the handle off and change. No, let's push it. Let's try to melt down the end and make it round. Should have checked the tank level before I started. That's okay. I gotta make YouTube videos when no one's in the garage, so when they're gone, I just jump on quick. I don't want like weird noises in the background. So I didn't check my tank. I don't know if we're going to have enough to melt this part down. Might have to change it. Oh, it's so close though. Shut. Got it. Let's see what it looks like when I pop it up. I'm going to have to melt that down again. Not all the frit is melted in, but it looks good. It's nice and round. So the red looks kind of brown right now because it's so freaking hot. But it'll be like this bright ass red when it cools down. And then obviously white's just white. The blue on the end is orange right now because it's 1,000,000 degrees. So I'm gonna turn off the old oxygen tank. And when I turn off that tank, the flame's not gonna be that harsh flame, it's just gonna be a little propane flame. told you it'd be quick. Alright, it's on. I just have to close the oxygen quick. And then turn on the new one. Woo, sorry about that. That was loud. I'm sorry. We're back in business. Alright, intermission over. I'm going to cut the ends of these off really quick. All the gook on the end. I'm going to go cut that off. And then I'll save the Sherlock. Alright. Use this one. Grab the Sherlock. So if I was doing soft glass and making paperweights, I couldn't just pop that in the annealer and then grab it out and continue. But with lamp working, I can just pop it in the annealer and then go. Alright, so I'm going to remelt the end of this because the frit's not all the way melted in. And then I'll sag it all, which is the best part. I can just see some texture from those little pebbles of frit. I don't want to see that texture. I want it all melted in with the clear. Otherwise you have a chance of it cracking later, and I don't want to make pipes that crack later. So just getting that end nice and molten. And then I'll flash the center just so it doesn't crack when I go to do it, sag it later. Alright, now I'll puff this out and it'll be ready for sagging. Yeah, it looks really good. So that's a Sherlock before it's Sherlocked. Now sagging. So I'm just going to attach a light punchy to the end so any kind of vibration will knock this attachment off. So if I bump that stick later, it's going to pop right off. So I have to be careful. It's going to get the middle super freaking hot, but not so hot that it closes up when I go to sag it. I just want to make that nice Sherlock shape. Freaking hot. I also want to make sure that frit is melted in. Starting to get really molten. 3, 2, 1. Okay, stop. Sometimes it keeps sagging and you're like, no. But it stops for perfect. Give it a puff. Hell yeah. I just shoved that in my mouth to turn off the charge. Anyways, now I just stare down the mouthpiece into the bowl as this all cools down. And then I can push the bowl. I can tap off this rod on top and push the bowl. Almost there. That white cools pretty quick. White is a finicky color in glass. It likes to get nice and really, really molten, but it cools down really fast. All colors work kind of different. All colors work a lot different. So putting blue next to white is actually a pain in the ass sometimes, but that worked out really well. We got a nice red, white, and blue. Again, the red will be this nice bright red. When it's really hot, it looks different. So I'm going to pop a hole for the bowl. Possibly get a sip of water. I ran right before I came to work. I'm thirsty. Just get a little puff up. and then I popped it out. And then I'm going to circle around that hole and then push it with a graphite rod. And as I do this, I want to switch hands, because when the glass is this hot, it flows like a liquid. I keep switching hands. And then right before I go to push it, I'm going to give it a little puff, so that hole stays the same size after I push it. That was really, really, really good. So if the hole got too big, I can shrink it down with blasting a sharp flame. If it's too small, I can blast it and then ream it out with this tungsten stick, which is pretty good. I like it. I'm just going to blast out the sides if they got any wrinkles from the cold graphite rock. And then I'll push that center hole, make sure it's nice and round. And then I can push the whole bowl again if it got warped, but it looks pretty good. I'm going to pop the choke. So same thing with the choke as the bowl hole. I'm going to puff it out before I pop it out. So clog the bowl hole and give it a puff. That way your thumb or finger hopefully will not get burned when you are using it. Ooh, that almost popped. You got a choke. You always want to make sure your choke is bigger than the bowl hole so it functions properly. Round it out. Flatten it out. You hear that whistle, that's the choke's whistling. Just how the air from the flame hits the hole. Alright, and then I'm gonna put some white dots on it. Yeah. I'm gonna put 3 white dots up the side. Oh! The flame, I thought that was a fly next to my ear. It was the flame buzzing. So I'm going to put the 3 dots from smaller to large going up the side just to make it look cool. Something to tap on, to tap the bowl out. So I've got a white rod here. I'm just going to melt down a blob on the end, about the size of what I want to stick onto here. And as I'm melting that down, I'm heating up the wall of the pipe as well. So it's got a nice stick to it. Otherwise it'll take forever to make them one. Twisty twist. Go around the edges. Got 1 dot. I'm going to make them bigger as I go. Pretty good. I need to stop leaning on 1 foot. 2 feet. 2 dots. Start leaning into my hips and then I get sore hips. I need to stand like a proper human. And this one's a little bigger, so I'm just going around it, making it nice and round. Dot number 2. It's a nice shape. I like that shape. And dot number 3. I might need to add more to that one. Might be big enough. We're good. Alright. So the next step would be, I'm going to put a kickstand on the side down here. Right here. So then when you set it down, it has something to kickstand on. Or lean on. So it doesn't just like lay flat on its side, it can actually prop up. But yeah, custom bowl. I might put some white dots up there, we'll see. I gotta blast out the devivification. It's hard to tell, but it's hazy right there, and it's hazy in the curve on the inside, kind of where the blue meets the white. So just blast the flame in there. It'll get rid of that haziness. This black box is my Paragon annealer. So I can set it in there. Since I was only working on the bowl part, I have to heat it up before I put the kickstand or do any other work on there. But yeah, I appreciate everybody watching. I'm going to try to keep doing live videos at least once a week, hopefully twice or 3 times a week. It depends what's going on in the garage or what I got going on. But thank you for watching. Subscribe, turn on the notifications, like the video. Love you all for watching. I'll see you soon. Water.